last lecture we had discussed with the basic units of animal kingdom classification. Just 1 minute, we will quick revise it. Basic units of classification: number 1, level of organization, cellular level, tissue level, organs level and organ system level. Cellular level Porifera, tissue level Coelenterata, organ level Platyhelminths and organ system level Nemathelminths to mammals, Vertebrata, up to last of it. Then we discussed the types of digestive system, complete and incomplete, types of circulatory system and embryonic layers as well as symmetry. So now today we will discuss remaining 3 basic units. Okay, next is coelom. Coelom is defined as it is the cavity between body wall and alimentary canal. We said that it is digestive tract. So, coelom means the cavity is present between body wall and digestive tract. Fine. So, according to this coelom, 3 types of organisms are there. First, acoelomate means coelom is absent okay, coelom is absent. Example: Porifera, Coelenterata and Platyhelminths. All these animals have no coelom, so these animals are known as acoelomate. Second is pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate animals means animals have, pseudo means false, pseudo means false, means we can think about that coelom is absent or coelom is present, not in a way. Okay, so pseudocoelomate means false coelom is present. Please you remember this, it is present only and only in one group, Aschelminths. Nemathelminths. Or you say that nematoda. Only this group consists pseudocoelom. So second is pseudocoelomate. Now the third is coelomic animal or coelomate. Coelomate means coelom is present and well developed. Example, after Haskell means you know that Annelida from Annelida to all vertebrata means up to mammals. We say that. Fine. So according to the coelom, three types of animals are there: acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and coelomate. Now the next thing is fragmentation. Fragmentation or segmentation. Here we say that animal's body is divided into fragments. Here, many of animals consist segmented divided body. So here you have to remember two examples. Earthworm belonging to Annelida Earthworm shows external and internal segmentation both. Okay, so earthworm body, it is externally as well as internally divided into so many segments. So one example is earthworm belonging to Annelida, and another example cockroach belonging to Arthropoda. Okay, so here the Arthropoda consists external segmentation but no internal segmentation. So internally the whole body of animal consists only one segment. We had discussed with this that cockroach consists only one segment, that is hemocoel. I had told you that in open type of blood circulation process, that here capillaries are absent, so the body is filled with blood. This is known as hemocoel. Okay, so in cockroach, the internally body is not segmented, but externally it is segmented. So this is about fragmentation. Fragmentation is mostly seen in earthworm and cockroach, majority. I mean to say Annelida and Arthropoda group. Now the last point, notochord. Notochord here, it is mesodermal in origin. Notochord, it is mesodermal in origin. Middle embryonic layer, from this it is arised. Fine. And now it is developed and converted into vertebral column. So here notochord is mesodermal in origin. Dear all students, mesodermal origin in that 4 systems are there. Okay, just wait, later on I will tell you. Mesoderm origin notochord is in future, it is converted into vertebral column. So here according to this 3 types of animals are there. Number 1, non-chordate or invertebrates. Non-chordata or invertebrata. Okay, so here what I can explain, notochord is absent here. Example, Porifera to Echinodermata. From Porifera to Echinodermata, all the animals are included in non-chordates or invertebrates. Second is Hemichordata. Here only one animal is there, Balanoglossus and Succoglossus. One group is there of Hemichordata. Here underdeveloped notochord is there. So as I told you earlier that hemichordata, it is connecting link between non-chordata to chordata. Okay, so here we will learn this group in detail later on. Third is chordata. Third is chordata. So here notochord is well developed. And here chordata are three types: cephalochordata, urochordata, and vertebrata. Okay, so according to the notochord, we are dividing the animals into three groups: non-chordate or invertebrates, hemichordata, and chordata. And I told you earlier that extra point for you, okay, circulatory system, heart, blood vessels, artery as well as vein, blood cells, all these are originated from mesoderm. Skeletal system consists all the bones. Here two types of bones are there: hard bone and soft bone. Soft bone is also known as cartilage. So bone and cartilage are included in skeletal system. All the muscles of the body can include in muscular system and lymphatic system, lymphatic ducts, lymphatic nodes, lymphocytes, and lymphatic. All these organs are originate from the mesoderm. Fine. So this is about the brief information of the units of the classification, basic units of the classification. So before starting porifera, I want to tell you that you have to remember cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ system level of organization, organ level of organization, incomplete digestive tract, complete digestive tract, open circulatory system, closed circulatory system, bilateral symmetry, radial symmetry, asymmetry, triploblastic, diploblastic, coelomate, pseudocoelomate, acoelomate, fragmentation, non-chordate, chordate, and hemichordate. Okay, so in textbook, first page, second, third page, and fourth page. Up to this, I had completed up to the notochord. Okay. So here, Porifera to Echinodermata are there in non-chordata or invertebrata. Hemichordata, another specific group is there, and chordata we will take this in last of this chapter. Okay. Now, here the class is given, the chart is given there. Before continuing the Porifera, let's see the chart. Kingdom Animalia divided into two groups, cellular level and tissue organ or organ system level. Cellular level of the organization shows the mostly asymmetry. Asymmetry means the body is not divided into two same half parts. So here I had told to you that one group is included, that is Porifera. Fine. Tissue, organ or organ system level of organization, radial symmetry but acoelomate animal are two, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. See, Coelenterata, in that one subtype group is that known as Ctenophora. Bilateral symmetry without the body cavity means acoelomate. Coelom is absent there, that is in platyhelminths. False coelom, or we say that pseudocoelom, it is there only in the one group, that is Aschelminths, and true coelom is present Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. Okay, so I hope you understand all these terminology words. Let's start with the phylum Porifera. Okay, now please keep pen, pencil or whatever stationery with you. You want to note down the important points. See, members of this phylum are commonly known as spongy. Here, the body is porous. Body of organism is porous. Porous means pores are there. That's why here all the sponges are included in this. So first line, members of this phylum are commonly known as sponges. They are generally marine. Marine means in salty water, and mostly asymmetrical animals. See, so here the body of the animal cannot be divided into two same half parts. These are primitive multicellular animals. See, primitive unicellular animals are Protista. Okay? So if you want to write, then you write this: primitive unicellular organisms are protista and have cellular level of organization. So here body is made up of cells. Sponges have, underline, water transport or canal system. Water enters through minute pores ostia. So from ostia to spongocele, this is the pathway of transport of water. The small pores on the body of the porifera, this is known as ostia. Water enters through minute pores known as ostia in the body wall into central cavities known as spongocele. From where it goes out through osculum. This pathway of water transport is helpful in food gathering. So here through this pathway water is transported, gathering of food, respiratory exchange and removal of the waste. Is all this carried out through this pathway. Okay. Now the most important thing, choanocyte or known as Golgi cells. Special feature of sponge. Actually, choanocytes are also known as structural and functional unit of the sponge. So the body is made up of choanocytes or Golgi cells. Choanocytes or Golgi cells line in the spongocele and the canals. Digestion is intracellular, inside the cells. The body is supported by skeleton made up of spicules or spongin fibers. The whole skeleton system is made up of spongin fibers. Sexes are not separated, means hermaphrodite. So here hermaphrodite means bisexual. That is, eggs and sperms are produced by the same individual. Egg is a female gamete and sperm is a male gamete. both are produced by same animal. That's why hermaphrodite or bisexual animal both are same. Sponges reproduce asexually by fragmentation. Here the body is fragmented into parts. Remaining fragment is reformed. So fragmentation is also known as power of regeneration. So here asexual method, that is fragmentation, sexually by formation of the gamete. But here I want to edit one point. Please note down this. Most of sponges reproduce asexually by most of these sponges reproduce asexually by budding method. You had learned this budding method in 10th standard, that on the hydra body, on the body of the hydra, some cells are divided and produce the small bud-like structure. This bud is now formed the new baby animal individual one. This baby animal is generally, initially, it is connected to the parental body. But later on, this baby animal can detach from the parental body and live its independent life. But in hydra, the bud is formed outside of the body. So we say that it is external budding. But here the bud is formed inside the body of an organism. So in the spongy, internal budding is there. It is known as gamules. And another point, you enter here, you write that most of these sponges have power of regeneration. Okay, many of sponges have power of regeneration. And now I want to tell you two words. See, most of the sponges have power of regeneration. Development is indirect. See, here in animals, two types of developments are there. Indirect development means from egg or from embryo, animal is not resemble to their parent look. We say that larva forms. Just for example, from egg of frog, in frog, indirect development is there. From egg, baby frog cannot be hatched out. So egg is now transformed into larvae. We say that tadpole. So from egg, tadpole origins. Now after formation of the tadpole, two lower limbs and then upper limbs are formed, and then tail disintegrates. In this way baby frog can be formed. We say that it is metamorphosis. We say the terminology word metamorphosis. Development is not direct. Changing in the level of the different stage of life. Then at few stages, the baby animal is originated. This is known as metamorphosis. So here, indirect development is there. That is, larvae is formed. Fine. So amphiblastula and parenchyma, not given here. Amphiblastula and parenchyma are two names of larvae in the Porifera. See, fertilization is internal. Fertilization occurs inside the body, and development is indirect, having larval stage. So two names of larvae are here. Again, amphiblastula and parenchyma, which is morphologically distinct from the adult. See, human being, we have direct development. At the time of birth, we resemble to our mother or father, like them, male or female. Fine, you consider male or female only. Now we will see the examples. Here, Cycone. Examples: Cycone, that is Scypha. So you write that Cycone is marine water. Cycone or Scypha, that is of marine water. So Cycone is marine water spongy. Then Spongilla, that is freshwater spongy, and the most important, Euspongia, that is known as bath spongy. Euspongia, that is known as bath spongy. So this is about the first phylum Porifera. Now the second phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. They are aquatic, now Coelenterata or Cnidaria. These are aquatic, mostly marine. Sessile. Sessile means very small or connected to some particular support. Sessile means connected to the particular support. Or free swimming means, radially symmetrical animal. Body is radially divided into same parts. The name cnidarians is derived from cnidoblast or cnidocytes, which contain stinging capsule or nematocytes. It consists cnidoblast or cnidocytes, which contain stinging capsule or nematocyst. Here, the body of an animal consists stinging, means the projections, the spines. The whole body is covered by this. Okay, so the whole body is spiny. Present on the tentacles and the body. So here one animal is there, Hydra. So on the body of the Hydra, this stinging projections are there, is known as tentacles. Okay. So here tentacles are there, or on the body stinging capsules are there. Cnidoblasts are used for anchorage, defense or capture of the prey. So here inside the body of Coelenterata, some animals take the habitat and protect against the enemies. Cnidarians exhibit tissue level of organization. So here the body of the cnidarians is made up of tissue and diploblastic. Ectoderm, endoderm are there. They have central gastrovascular cavity. They have central gastrovascular cavity. On the mid of the body, alimentary canal and circulatory system both are there, with one opening. So here single opening is there. So we say that here incomplete digestive tract, and that opening is known as mouth, and mouth consists, the opening is known as hypostoma. So here